Hi, my name is Brittany, and this is my channel, Be the Little Light. If we're meeting for the first time, nice to meet you. We have a beautiful, vibey, glittery, sparkly community here, and if you are a returning friend or returning family, it is so good to see you again. So today I wanted to do a shorter transmission. This is inspired by a beautiful conversation that I was having with one of my friends, and it inspired this conversation that I had with spirit and my highest self, something that I've actually been sitting on for a very long time. And today, my friend just inspired this beautiful transmission for me to share today. So what I want to talk about is the energy of feeling high and what that means. And in short, the conversation I was having with my friend was that this person had a really big aha moment that was very pivotal in their journey. And it came at an unexpected moment in a very simple way. And that weight that was lifted from this aha moment, this person experienced the feeling of feeling high and was talking to me and was like, Britt, what is this? I feel high. I feel like this huge weight has been lifted. And I told this person that what they are feeling is their own expansion. And really feeling high, feeling euphoric in these moments, in these pockets of time, what we are really experiencing is our expansion of ourself, expansion of our consciousness, that part of us deep within our soul that always knows that it is always connected, part of divinity, is divine. And when we experience moments of joy, pleasure, fun, euphoria, it's that remembrance. It's that remembrance of what we are always connected to infinitely. Now, if you are someone that experiences anxiety or anxious thoughts or kind of a pessimistic way of thinking, and I'm not saying this to say anything down on you, I used to experience this every single day, all day myself. And some people will experience these moments of euphoria, and then the other voice will kick in. And that's that voice of fear, that voice that's waiting for the other shoe to drop. And what I will say to that is when we are experiencing these moments of joy, euphoria, feeling high, what we are really tapping into is the higher frequency of ourselves that we always have access to. But in this life as humans, we are, through our own unique individual journeys, on a journey to remember that. And so, because we are human and because we live on a planet of duality, of dichotomy, where we experience a paradox, a spectrum, polarity, there is no need to fear experiencing these good moments for fear that it's only a matter of time before the other shoe drops. And maybe this is the last moment of joy that we'll ever experience. That is not true, because we are infinite beings. And feeling joy, euphoria, pleasure, happiness, light, that is our birthright. Now, I want to curve this, and I want to talk about the frequency of getting high and how some people choose to partake in certain substances, certain plants, certain chemicals to experience the feeling of being high. Now, myself, I can say from personal experience, when I was in a phase of my life where I was partaking in certain, we will call it euphoric party favors, at that time in my life, my frequency was so low because I was severely depressed, severely anxious. I was suicidal, and I had undiagnosed PTSD that I didn't know at the time. So for me, when I would partake in such substances, that's when I had introduction, that's when I had in my consciousness access to these euphoric feelings. And I felt at that time, because I didn't know what I didn't know, that the only way to access these euphoric feelings were to partake in certain activities. And because this was not something that I attained naturally, it did serve at that time, at that period in my life. I don't have any regrets. At that time, it was a teacher for me because I didn't have awareness of that frequency until I partook that artificial route to experience it. And when we look back in even ancient history, there was this belief, and still is in many cultures to this day, that in order to experience a certain higher consciousness, a certain enlightened consciousness, one would partake in certain plants, medicinals, etc., to experience this higher consciousness, this higher frequency, to speak to God, essentially. And what I learned on my journey was once I started actually consciously working on myself, once I really started my conscious healing journey, those experiences came naturally to me. And it would pop up when I would just admire the sunset. I would just literally feel high. I would literally feel high just looking at a sunset. I still do. And the first times that I experienced that, being completely sober, I was blown away because I always thought I had to do blank, blank, and blank to feel these euphoric experiences. And because I took an artificial route, there were consequences. So there wasn't a natural integration when I was partaking in certain party favors because, I really thrusted myself into a frequency that I wasn't naturally in. So when I came back down to my reality, I really came down, 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 even lower than my usual frequency. And what I have noticed about feeling that frequency naturally on my own is that there is a period of integration that is required. And that is all a part of the ebbs and the flows of life. It's the ups and the downs. As humans, we are not meant to constantly be up in the air, flighty, fairy, all the time. We have to have these periods where that energy settles back down. And sometimes it can translate as feeling less happy, kind of depressed, a little off. It's literally funneling that high energy back and grounding it back into this reality. And I just really wanted to share this today. This is something that I've been sitting with for a long time, but is something that I felt that I wanted to share today, because it is not only possible to naturally feel high, but it is something that you have access to on your own, and is something that you are meant to experience. And it'll pop up in moments that you least expect it. And in those moments, you will feel like anything is possible. And it's because it truly is. So I feel like this is a good place to leave this. I'm always a little awkward with outros, but I think I'm getting somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, I love you guys, and things, trust me, they do get better. I promise you. If you only knew my journey, it wasn't always like this. But since I'm still kicking, I feel like I just want to share for people to see that not only is it possible for you to experience a life of joy, for not every moment having to be perfect for you to experience a happy life, but that you can come from literally the lowest places and still find a reason to smile and to want to live and to be excited about life. And that's why we're here. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm still here. God still allows me to be here. And that's why you're still here too. So, I love you. Keep going. You're doing so much better than you think. I will talk to you guys later.